Hello, everybody. Welcome to the BYOAR studio and the T350 show. Let me pull up my... Okay, we got sound. Let me make sure my sound is down here. Good, I'm at 0%. Okay, so now I can see who's it coming in. There's Russ. Hey, Russ. Russ made it on time this week. How you doing, bud? So we'll spend a few minutes here letting the audience build a little bit. And yeah, hog hunting. Yeah, tomorrow's the day, huh? Yeah, I leave in the morning. We're heading out about 6 o'clock in the morning to head for Texas. And we'll get into Texas sometime early Tuesday, mid-afternoon. Or Thursday. I'm sorry, Thursday, yeah. And we'll start hunting. We're hunting Thursday night, all day Friday, and then Saturday morning, and then coming home, hopefully with a bunch of pork. So last week we talked building versus buying, the pros and cons of why you would want to build an AR versus buy it, or buy versus build. If you missed that video, you can catch it on YouTube. It's been posted on our YouTube channel. Be sure and go over there and subscribe and get notified when new content comes up there. So we had a little contest last week. Caleb Joe Little won the sticker pack last week. That got sent out to you last Friday. I'm guessing if you don't have it already, Caleb, then you'll probably get it tomorrow or the next day. And post up a picture of your stickers, where you put them. We always like to see what you guys do with your stickers. You can see what I do with so many of mine. They end up on my coffee cup. So we'll get going here. So for our deal this week on BYOAR.com, if you go and we're going to be talking about upgrading a rifle to a free float system from an A2 system, or the drop-in quad system that I happen to have here today. So if you go to BYOAR.com, you'll get $10 off the handguard, gas block, and muzzle brake combo. And then if you need the tools to do that job as well, you can buy the toolkit at the same time and get an additional $10 off of that toolkit. At the listed price, it's about a $220 value. You're getting for under $190. If you bought everything separately, it's close to $250 that you're getting for about $190. So, and $190 is, send me one of them stickers, Russ. I'll put one on my cup. You know I will. So, you know, you're saving a bunch of money if you want to buy the tools and the handguard and the gas block and the muzzle brake all in one shot. And, you know, under $190, that's less than what you pay for some handguards in a lot of instances. So we'll get started here. We're going to do a live upgrade, take about 20 minutes, maybe a little less, to install a free float system on this gun. This is my neighbor's gun. He brought it over to me last night, and told him I needed something for the show today to do an upgrade, and he was kind enough to loan me his gun to do that for him. So if you like our videos and you want to share them up and get them out there and help us build our audience. So we could use the support. We appreciate that when you do that. So, you know, a lot of guys have these rifles, right? They buy a rifle and it's got the plastic clamshells. It's got the big tall A2 front sight post, or it's got these gas block sight post and these drop-in handguards. And usually the first thing they want to do is upgrade to a free float. You know, they want to put something like this on and maybe a muzzle brake, and it gives them an attachment points to put something like this on. You know, he's got a grip on here, but you know, it's kind of big, it's kind of clunky, it hangs way down. You know, it does the job, but it's a little obtrusive. So we're going to get started here with this. And first thing we'll do is we're going to get this handle off of here. Get this out of the way. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do. Now if this was an A2 system, you know, you'd grab a hold of the handguard remover and you'd lock that in here. And you'd use that to pull the delta ring down, and you'd pull your handguards off. But with this two-piece, this isn't truly a drop-in. This is a two-piece clamp-on. So we'll undo the screws. Okay, screws are out. And that's kind of how your clamshells will also come apart. You know, they'll pull out from the bottom and you drop them out and drop them out. Okay, let's get these sights off of here. I think we're ready to separate the two halves here. Pull our pins. We'll set our lower off to the side, and we'll come back to that in a little bit. Now, we're going to reuse this gas tube, so we got to get this gas tube out of here. And that's held in with a little drift pin. Okay, so you're going to want to lay that on your bench block and grab your appropriate punch. Okay, pins out. Now there's 3 set screws in the bottom of this gas block. Some gas blocks are pinned. The pinned gas blocks are a little more complicated. You got to make sure you push them out from the right side. There's a big side and a small side. This Brownell's block is really nice. It's got a pins in, pins outside, so you know which side you lay that A2 front sight post in there, and you know you got it laid in there right, and you know you're knocking your pins out from the right direction. So Okay, gas tube is loose. Let's pull the bolt carrier group out, charging handle out. Okay. Pull the gas tube out and set it off to the side. Now, we're ready to put this thing in the vise. Close the dust cover. Insert it into your clamshells. And into the vise we go. All right, we're going to get this bird cage off of here. Okay, and the crush washer. Sometimes if crush washers haven't been crushed all the way, you can get another life out of them. This one looks pretty flat. Looks like it's been crushed pretty good. I'd say it's pretty done. So I happen to have another crush washer here. We'll go ahead and pull that gas block off. Set that off to the side. Pull the ring. Okay. Now we're ready to take this. Let me give you a little view here. We're ready to take this mil-spec barrel nut off. Now, on some they're going to be a little tighter than that. That one came loose pretty easily. Okay. Nice. When they put it together, they put anti-seize on it. That's always good. It's always a good thing to do. So we don't have to worry about putting anti-seize back on it. It already has some on it. Okay. A Architect barrel nut. We're going to put that on. And we're going to torque that to the appropriate torque spec. Now with a non-timed barrel nut, you know, it's 30 to 80 pounds, I believe, is the 35 to 80 pounds is the torque spec for a timed barrel nut, so that you got all kinds of room to get that thing timed in. With a non-timed system, no, I don't have a reaction rod yet, Russ. I need to get one, especially for these odd-shaped uppers. My vise doesn't fit the greatest in there. So, you know, you can go to about 40 or 50 pounds with these, and yet it's plenty, because you don't have any timing issues. All right, we're ready to put our gas block back together. So we're going to install the gas tube. This gas tube's a little dirty. Yeah. Doesn't want to. There we go. Oh, almost. There we go. And we'll take our gas tube roll pin, and with the right starter punch, we're going to set this thing in here. There went the lower. Good thing it's a plastic lower, huh? Okay. So sometimes those can be a little tricky, and the easiest way I've found when they want to be a little tricky like that is to press them in. So I'll grab a hold of this and I'll set this in here, and I'll actually use my vise as a press, and I'll slowly press that pin right in there. Make sure it's not obstructed. I didn't bend anything. Okay. So this is a pre-dimpled barrel. There's already a dimpled spot in the bottom, so I don't have to do anything special to align my gas block. I don't have to do the old spaghetti method, which you guys have seen in one of our previous videos probably. So you just line that first screw up in the divot that it's supposed to go in, and that is supposed to line everything up. Okay. Now we got our handguard. Screws are already installed. Make sure we got good alignment. That fits very nicely. Rather impressed. So on our hand guards, we recommend 32 inch-pounds of torque. If you don't have an inch-pound torque wrench, about 1/4 to 3/8 of a turn past engagement will get you in that ballpark. And when you are finished, you don't want these ears smashed all the way down. You want to see a gap in there about the size, thickness of a dime. Okay? If you've smashed the ears all the way down, you've gone too far. You should be able to see a gap in there about the thickness of a dime. So now we're going to install our muzzle device. We got our new crush washer. Okay, so that lines up almost perfect right out of the chute. It doesn't need it. It's going to have to go around one turn to get it completely lined up. So when you have to do that, here's a little trick and a little word of advice. I've seen a lot of guys, they'll take these and they'll just start going, and that puts so much pressure into that crush washer that sometimes they'll pop or they'll break in half. So I do what is called kind of a graduated where I'll go a little at a time. And back it off, and it takes that pressure off of that crush washer. Okay? And you try to put too much pressure into it all at once, you'll pop it. So you just tighten it a little at a time. And then back off and take the pressure out of it. Then a little more and take the pressure out of it. And then there it is. And the last thing we'll do is put our A-Architect angled foregrip on it. These install really easily. You just M-lock, direct mount, back the screw out until the cam nut locks in. Okay. Check spacing. Okay, that's good. Checking the gas rings to make sure the gas rings are still good. Okay, and we'll put the front sight back on. And there it is. You've upgraded to a free float system in probably 10-15 minutes. Real simple, and it totally changes the look of that gun. Right? Nice, clean, gives you all kinds of attachment points now. You can put a light on here, you can put a laser on here. Obviously you could put that kind of stuff on here with this as well. Having the hand grip on it makes it a little more comfortable, but holding this thing all day long at the range, you know, it's a little bit of a cheese grater. If you're not wearing gloves, it'll tear your hand up by the end of the day. You know, this is a very nice ergonomic setup now. Yeah. Very nice. I think he'll be happy with that. So that's it. That's an A2 upgrade. That's how easy it is. You know, we go to all kinds of shows all over the country, and you know, we talk about upgrading your AR, and guys say, you know, I bought a handguard, I bought an AR, and it's got the plastic clamshells, it's got the A2 system, or it's got this drop-in two-piece handguard on it, and I want to put a 15-inch free float on it. I want that look. I want the attachment points. How does that work? And you start to tell them kind of the process, and get up my thing here, and you know, their eyes start to glaze over, because you're like, okay, you got to do this, 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 and yeah, right, rest, no pressure on the barrel. That, you know, getting that pressure off of the barrel lets that barrel whip the way it's supposed to. It really helps improve your accuracy, and this also gives you good hand placement. You know, this whole setup is going to improve your accuracy and improve the look of your gun. But these guys, you know, you tell them what they got to do to make this happen, and they're like, oh, that sounds like an awful lot of work. And you can see from what I just did here in, you know, 10-15 minutes that it's just not a lot of work. There's not much to it. And with a little bit of coaching, a little bit of guidance, if you've never done it before, you know, we can walk you through this in literally under half an hour. You know, we were talking about the AR build along. We're going to do the Zoom modify along. So if anybody's interested in doing this, and you want to buy the kits and then get with us, and we can do a Zoom one-on-one, or you know, 2 or 3 of you guys want to get together and do it, whatever, you know, we're going to do a Zoom. We can do Zoom in on it, and I'll do one right here in the studio and talk you guys through it, you know, right on the screen. It's a real nice setup. We've done it once building full rifles, and it works very well. So with a little bit of guidance, a little bit of coaching, you can do this too. We promise you. It's really not hard. You wanting to get a quad rail upper? Is there? There are some quads that are free float. We make some for a couple of customers that are the 7-inch. They're looking to keep the A2 front sight post and stay behind the sight post, so they're free float quads for 7-inch. There are some free float quads out there. I think Midwest Industries makes some longer 12, 13, and 15-inch. I'm not sure. I'd have to do a little research I'm almost positive though Midwest Industries has a free float quad in the longer lengths. So if that's something you're interested in, I know they're out there. So again, we're going to do the Zoom thing. If you guys are interested in getting in on that, get the kit and get with us, and we'll Zoom you a new free float handguard. So thanks. Oh, and real quick. Didn't really have a product launch for it, but this is our low profile gas block. You saw me install one here on this gun real quickly and easily. So we also have this exact same gas block now, but in an adjustable. So the adjustment screw comes in from the front. So all you have to do is remove the handguard and you can adjust from the front. It's got a little 440 set screw on the side. The threads are relieved back beyond where the set screw comes in. So if you booger up your threads with the set screw, you're not going to have any trouble adjusting that out. Works really well. I have an 8.5-inch pistol. I installed one of these on last week and took it out this weekend and shot it. That 8.5-inch pistol was almost violent to shoot. It was really hard to control. It had so much recoil. You'd shoot 5. You couldn't really shoot rapid because after 5 or 6 shots, you were climbing. So it was just almost violent to shoot. It almost wasn't fun. And I put an adjustable gas block on it, and to show you how overgassed so many of these pistols are, I closed off 80%. It's only, from a closed position, it's only open about 1/4 to 3/8 of a turn, and it's running. It runs and it does the last round bolt hold open, does everything it's supposed to do, and it tamed that gun down quite a bit. It has a flash can on it. I bet if I put a muzzle brake on it, that thing would be spot on controllable. It's still a little jumpy just because it has the flash can on it, but I'm guessing if I put a muzzle brake on that thing, it'd be really controllable. But it would be awful loud. That is the downside of putting a gas or a muzzle brake on a short pistol like that. So, real nice, cost-effective option. $25. I think $24.95 is our retail price on our adjustable gas block. So if you're looking for a real simple, affordable adjustable gas block, we got one for you. So don't forget the deal of the week, $10 off the full build or the full A2 upgrade kit. And if you buy the tool kit to go with it, you get $10 off of that as well. Awesome deal this week. So appreciate y'all being here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Look for hog hunting videos and pictures. I'm hoping we are about 100 and something miles, over 100 miles east of San Antonio, out in the brush country. So out there. And last time I was there, the cell service wasn't fantastic. We'll see. Hopefully I can get some pictures and some videos uploaded. My daughter's boyfriend's going with me, and he has a different provider. Maybe he'll have service and we can use his phone. We'll figure it out. But either way, when we head back into civilization on Saturday, I'll get some pictures uploaded for you at some point and some video. So appreciate y'all being here this week to watch this upgrade. And Troy, if you're out there watching, your gun's done, buddy. Hope you like it. We'll see y'all next week. I'm trying to remember what our topic was for next week. Yeah. Oh, well, join us next week. We'll talk about something. We'll be talking about guns. I promise you, we'll be talking about guns. So remember, you don't have to be an expert to build your own AR. You don't have to be an expert to upgrade it or maintain it. Obviously, as you can see here, we're here to help you do that. So thanks. We'll see you guys next week.